What is going on, everyone, and welcome back for another episode in the Need for Speed world. Today we're going to talk about handling and a gear transmission. In this episode I'm quite going to teach you a little bit how to use a proper gear transmission, whether if you're going to gear down or gear up, and how useful is it going to get in the meanwhile of a team escape, race, or whatever is upcoming next if you want to control your car properly. As for this example, I'm gonna be taking the Dodge Demon, since that car is having serious troubles with controlling, so the gear is gonna help us out in order to handle, for example, a team escape. My little car is gonna be standing on A-Class with a decent, nice acceleration of 980. The little design made for drag, but nothing more than too serious. We're gonna take our little girl to, as we all know, the late departure of A-Class, and as for this, I'm gonna be doing a single player. Now, a lot of people actually told me, I don't understand why the hell would you take a Dodge Demon to Team Escape. You know, A-Class Team Escape with this kind of cars is like quite weird, because this is a drag car and it doesn't fit for any kind of race or any kind of team escape. So I'm taking the shot out, and I'll show you how exactly to control this car. So, as I said earlier, this video is focusing about the handling of the car and not the demonic brakes you're gonna make out of it, so you can have a better control. It's most likely about the driver that's behind the wheel. But the thing is, there are several things that comes along when you're taking a ride with your car, which is the gear transmission. Now, the gear transmission is basically based on either automatic or manual control, which is what you're gonna make use of it. So, let me explain a little bit of how the... oh my god, that takes it right loose. Insane. Let me explain how the gear transmission is gonna work. Basically, when you press shift, lift up the gear once, there we go, and twice, just like that, to dodge the police cars. If you press control, you drop your gear once. If you press twice, just like I did at the moment, you limit your speed to 2 gears down from where you've been at. Dropped it twice. For example, if I'm on gear, the 5th gear, and I have, for example, 250 top speed for that gear, and suddenly I drop the gear twice, then the max speed probably for the 3rd gear is going to be on 120, and this is what my limit speed is going to get into. It's going a little bit complicated, but the more you know about your car, the better control you will have. For example, this Dodge Demon has a serious difficulty, as I said earlier, with gear and transmission. Sorry, not with the gear transmission, but the handling, which is really necessary in order to control your car. The gear is really going to help you out. As you can see, I'm doing just fine. A lot of people said, how are you supposed to control the Dodge Demon on a team escape when you're literally running this over? So now I'm going to do double gear twice, a little brake, and she's going to make it. What makes the difference between the braking and the gear shift is you also lose your handling when you drift, and compared to a gear shift, you only limit your speed, but you maintain the control. So, for example, a car with 0 control can suddenly have a nice amount of control on sharp turns, and what else not. As you can see, I'm handling the car pretty well, and yeah, you can definitely tell the car is losing major control if I don't take a proper handling. But yeah, just so you know, even the Dodge Demon can do a really nice timing. A nice record on the A-Class late departure. Just make sure to avoid the police. Gear down. Going in. If you want to maintain your control. This part is a little bit tricky because you lose major control in the same area. Precisely, and double twice. Drop the gear. Double tap, sorry. Here we go. Should be more rhinos. As you can hear, the car is rimming when I drop my gear twice. Even once it can happen. But let's see the timing I'm gonna pull this off with. We might be doing Dodge Demon. Also, make sure if you see the rewards are way too low, this is because it's a single player, and plus I wasn't really running cars. Holy shit, 4 minutes and 10 seconds. This is pretty decent for a car with 0 handling. As you seen earlier, so 10k gold reward. Okay. I still want to show you once again why this car was so hard to control with. Basically because of the 373 handling and 980 acceleration. This is basically 3 times higher, almost. No, actually, slightly less than that, but still, a Dodge Demon is still able to control. It's not only a drag car, it's only about the driver that behind the wheel. If you want to pull a nice handling, this is what I call a demonic handling. And I will show you a little bit about the gear transmission when you can shift it up. As you can see, for example, one sec, there we go. Okay, so now my car is handling, but I pull the gears, if you can see. It's me that's pressing, it's not automatic. So when it goes back to 0, and you see, it's like limited to the first gear, just like that. If I limit it to the first one, see, the car is limited for a certain speed and now cannot go any higher. And this is what makes the difference, but you still lose no control unless you actually do this while taking a really sharp turn, which is making you slightly losing speed. And shifting it up, you will let the car go higher. But make sure you need to make the difference properly, because for example, if you take the gear way too far, the car will not accelerate and go back into the same gear transmission it's been at earlier. So you need to make the difference as well. So this is a little bit about the gear transmission and how to control a car that's really hard to control. Have a good luck with that and have a nice day, of course. Thank you for watching.